Hey guys, welcome to a new After Effects tutorial. I'm Tony King, and welcome to this new tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to make a light reveal that's pretty cinematic looking. It's pretty cool. This is the second version, I guess, of the tutorial I made yesterday with a blurred intro, which I think is pretty cool. So if you haven't seen that, make sure to go check it out and subscribe to my channel for more content coming out soon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to make today. And there you have it. That's the light reveal. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what I have. Just by the way, for this you will only need particles from Video Copilot and After Effects. No third-party plugins or anything like that. So for the background, as you can see here, it's just it's an ellipse mask with 2 extra points, and they are brought out of the corners so that the corners are covered. Then if you hit mask, or if I hit mask, you can see I inverted the mask. Then I set mask feather to 308, mask opacity to 42, and mask expansion to 85. If you want to see better how I make this, it isn't very complicated. You can just ask down below, or I do go further in depth in how to do this in the previous tutorial, but it is pretty simple. You can make the ellipse mask and add a point and drag it out. Okay, the next thing was the title reveal. So I'm going to go ahead and close this light. So here what we have is, let me put this to fit. Okay, here we have my title. I did go over this in the last tutorial as well, but I'm just going to go over it quickly. I have 3 text layers, Babus New Font. They're all paragraphed to center and aligned to the center as well. Just A, Tony King Original Film. Pretty simple. Maybe one thing you'll want to know is that the space between the letters is at 84, and for original film it's at 73. And since there are no other letters in A, then it's just on 73, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, so back to my title reveal 2 composition. So what I did was I made this composition into a 3D layer, and I've scaled the position to 472, and then at the very end of the comp I made it to 1.3, but these can be pretty customizable. You know, if you want to make it more than 472, in the other tutorial I even put it out into the thousands for distance, and I think that it looks pretty well. It looked pretty good, I mean. And okay, now in the light. So not only for the animation is it important to make this layer 3D, which is my composition of my title, but also because lights only affect 3D objects, and they're automatically 3D. So I'm going to turn this back on, and as you can see, it immediately covers a lot of my letters. So I'm going to go into layer and see light settings just to show you what I have. I have light type spot, color is white, intensity is 100, cone angle 90, cone feather 50, fall off none, and I'm pretty sure this is just the default, because I haven't changed much in a while. So we want to have 2 keyframes on this, in position and this position, and I'm going to come off here, and at the start, actually I'm going to move this keyframe actually in so we can actually see it. I don't know why I was that far back, but we're going to start all the way at the left here, so 151.5, 122.5, 256.8. I don't think I rotated anything. No, I did not. And anchor point, the point of interest, actually very important here. The point of interest, because if you start moving this point of interest around without keyframing it, then it's just gonna mess it all up. So I made sure I didn't mess with it, but I did set the point of interest to negative 83.5 by 1002.6 by 1929. Sorry. And I did not mess with the point of interest after I set it to how I wanted it. So let's go back to position and go to the very end, which is already still off. the view here. Let me move this keyframe in and this other one in just by 1 frame so we can see it. And as you can see, the light ends up there, and we can see a Tony King original film. Looks pretty nice, kind of faded on the edges, so looks pretty nice. And so that goes all the way to the right. As you can see, it only moved up, moved right mostly, moved up just a tad, and to 1436.4 by 303.4 to negative 1260.3. So these parameters are all customizable for whatever reveals your title. Your title might be shorter, so you need less, or might be longer because my name isn't that long. So you might need to move it more, or have your title smaller. You know, whatever works for you. This is very customizable. I'm just going to tell you that point of interest, which you get there by hitting A on your keyboard, is the touchy parameter. Okay, let's go back to our light in. So I'm gonna make our composition visible. Excuse me. And as you can see here, we have what we've made. And you know, this looks pretty good with the edges. You know, adds a bit of feeling to it, I think. But I think these particles I did add make it look a bit more cinematic. So as you can see, it does sort of gray it out. But the more you look at it, the more you look at it, it does sort of trick the eye into it feels black, like it is to the viewer and not to the maker, really, I think. And so my parameters here on scale were 151. This is particle 6, and the opacity is all the way down to 18. Realistically, on this, I could actually make it like 12. You can still see the particles floating around, but it doesn't really gray out the scene. But I'm gonna keep it up to 18, just for tutorial sake, so I don't change anything from my final result. And that's actually it. This didn't take too long. I hope not. But I hope you followed along well. If I need to clear anything up for you, please comment down below. Make sure you leave a like if you like this tutorial. You can dislike it if you didn't like it, but I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, and I hope you stick around for more tutorials coming out soon. Thanks for watching.